So you can see a little bit of a blood droplet there. So that's what's nice about going in with that lidocaine. So you see that halo that comes around? That's the epinephrine, that's the lidocaine. And we've already got a little fluff going in that front. If you can see that.
Love it.
So far, what area has been the most uncomfortable?
I would say like kind of where we're at in this one right now, like
right under here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's typically the most uncomfortable area. I think it's just a sensitive placement, you know, to be messing around with.
Some people bleed more than others.
Yes, definitely. I try to have people who are on blood thinners stop them for just a bit. I know that it is a medication that you need, but I really recommend, not taking any aspirin or anything like that right before.
Right.
But yeah, some people bleed, some people don't. I've had people who just leak plasma, that little platelets. And then I've had some people who I'm blotting constantly. And now I will say the more you're bleeding, probably the more you're pushing out pigment.
Okay.
But I've never had anyone where I was like, oh my gosh, this is worrying me.
Okay.
I have had people who, the clots are, more red than that. And, I try not to let people see that because sometimes that can freak people out.
Right.
But I've never had anyone bleed so much that I was like, oh my gosh, I'm worried.
Am I bleeding more than normal?
No. You're about right. Probably a little below average.
Okay.
But you're healthy. So that is our first round, getting that structure down. So if you can just see, we kind of got a little structure. I'm going to put a piece right here to kind of get rid of that sharpness. But we've just got our basis, that outline for us to build off of. Again, not everyone does outlines. I really think it's smart to.
I love the outline.
I'm going to jump back over here.
Okay.
Get a little... Yes, that halo is wonderful. Oh, I'm just loving it over here. Look at that.
So good.
Beautiful. We're going to blot. We're going to go back over and just getting right into those little strokes.
Oh, it's like a little ring that you're wearing. That's cool.
It is.
That's convenient. That's smart.
It's very convenient because I like to dip each time. Usually when I'm going back over, you see a couple more little blood droplets. So I'm reopening that skin and depositing pigment down.
Right.
But don't let,
Probably
don't let viewers get scared of that because it's not like you're bleeding out.
No, it's not a lot, and probably the less you bleed, the less you scab, I'm assuming.
Yes, because that platelet's the plasma you're leaking. Now, you're going to bleed more if you're having trauma to the skin. So if someone's going over a stroke 3, 4, 5 times, then you're going to have trauma.
Right.
And you don't want trauma. That's not the goal. We want minimal trauma, maximum healing as fast as you can. I mean, that's
right.
just the goal. So when I pull apart, you can see how it kind of has a little opening like that.
Mm-hmm.
That is what you want. You want a 3-part opening. So at the beginning of the stroke, it doesn't really open. At the end of the stroke, it doesn't really open, but in the middle, it does. That's what mimics the hair.
Okay.
So that is important to have just a little bit of a give when you pull that skin apart.
So exciting.
We'll go on the bottom and then we'll switch back over.
I mean, and honestly, the cost for people, well, some people might think that it's pricey. I think it's like $350.
Mm-hmm. But that includes your touch-up and your aftercare kit twice.
Which is great.
Yes.
And honestly, by the time that people are trying a million different products at Sephora, they're trying to fill their brows. I mean, I was just at Sephora. Stuff is pricey.
Oh, yeah, it is. And the thing I love about blading, too, is I'm working on chemo patients. You know, my sister that's pregnant, she actually has cancer. So she got diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is the same cancer our mother had. Mm-hmm. Last Friday was her last chemo treatment, and she's been doing cold cap therapy, which has really helped her not lose her hair in her head, but she's lost her lashes and she's losing her brows. And my brother-in-law was like, okay, you need to get your brows microbladed. And so she's all about it.
Oh my gosh, so are you going to do it?
I am.
That is amazing.
I'm excited.
I love that.
And I've bladed quite a few people who've lost hair due to chemo or radiation. And then I've also done people who have like hormone issues. And
right.
you know, as we age and as we change, our hormones get crazy and hair grows places we don't want it to and it falls out places we want it. So
right.
This is a nice little alternative. I've also done loving them so far.
Yes, this is amazing.
So we have some little holes still that I'm going to fill in here.
Okay.
I'm going to get a couple little more strokes in there, but I'm loving them so far.
They look so good.
Love the color. The color's is right
perfect.
where I wanted it to be.
Yep. I'm assuming a little redness is normal since we are running needles through my skin.
Red. A little bit is normal, but we don't want it to be like your blood red. You know, we don't want to do that. I'm really loving the stack of the hair strokes with your hairs. I have to like really part to find them. And that's another neat thing too. It's not, people are always like, oh, is it gonna make my hairs fall out? I'm like, no, we just part your hairs and we go in and we put the
I didn't
strokes
even
in.
realize it's literally that literal. You part the hair and put a stroke where the hair is not.
Yeah. I'm gonna go over just this side one more time.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna wipe them and we're gonna give you a mirror and you're gonna take a real close look and get real picky. Fading is completely natural. Fading happens, it does. Sometimes they fade and they disappear and you're like, oh my gosh, and then they come back, which is so weird.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes they kind of fade and you're like, oh my gosh, where are the strokes? And then a couple days later you see the strokes again and you're like, what's going on? The skin.
Like they do that multiple times or just like
Just
when you're
usually once when you're healing. But that is kind of, it throws you for a loop because you're like, wait, where are the strokes? Where are the strokes at? And then they just start to come back.
Definitely does just feel kind of like a sunburn.
Yeah. Towards the end, you start getting a little bit like, okay, I'm done. My brows are done. I'm gonna wipe here real quick.
Okay.
So the cloths I use are the water wipes that has a 2% or 1% fruit acid, and then I blot them dry. So we just wipe to clean off the surface, and then we'll blot them. Girl, I'm loving them.
Love it.
Loving So let me go ahead and wipe one more time both sides, and we'll blot them.
Okay.
You can use like a paper towel, a cotton round.
But I shouldn't use like a wipe on them.
No. So I'm going to put alcohol wipes in your aftercare.
Okay.
It is not for your skin. It's for mascara wands. It's for makeup brushes. It's to wipe your sunglasses off. It's to wipe your glasses off.
Okay.
It is not to put on the brows.
Okay.
I always like to remind people that because we don't want to wipe them with alcohol wipes. That is very irritating, and we don't want that at all.
Okay.
So there's 3 products that we like to send you home with for aftercare. One of the products is newer. I absolutely love it. It is by Zinsa, which is a huge Instagram tattoo microblading company. It's a healing cream. It's a healing emollient balm. And it really gets in there. It really absorbs. It helps with itching. It helps with irritation. That's one of the products you'll be sent home with. We're also going to send you home with Vera Gel, which is what we're going to use today on the brows. It's an aloe vera base. It's very natural. It's very calming and soothing. The only thing I don't really love about it is it kind of dries like a brow gel, but crunchy. It can kind of dry a little crunchy. So for the first couple days, the first couple hours, I always like the Vera Gel because it's so soothing. But I would work right into your Zinsa packet. And then we also send you home with organic cold pressed coconut oil. I like it because it has an 8 to 10 SPF rating, and it's just real natural. Some women don't like it because it's really shiny and it can run down the eyes. I'm not telling you to put a big glop on. Just kind of put it on like a lip gloss because it's just for hydration.
But on my brows. Okay.
I like it after you've healed a little bit because it has an SPF in it.
Okay.
So if you're going to the lake, if you're going to a baseball game, if you're going to Disney World, a little bit of coconut oil, it shines them up and makes them darker looking.
Okay.
And it's just a wonderful product to use in your beauty regimen. We actually also do send you home with Bactrin as well, which is a Neosporin for tattoos. Just in case you were to get red or irritated or had